So by now you know we have an amazing power density and tiny receiver coils. But what if we get rid of the big transmitter coils? If our firmware is of any use, we should be able to extract a lot of performance even from these. So this is a mashed pair. The transmitter coil is about 2.5 watts from Molex and the receiver is from New Current. And you'll notice that everybody tries to tune the receiver with a capacitor to the same frequency as the transmitter. It's a horrible mistake. Nobody seems to get it. We have removed it, and you will see the effects of that shortly. So this is 25 millimeters in diameter, tiny little coils, and we will drive it to the limit with our firmware and our proprietary magnetics and our proprietary removal of the secondary side capacitor. So here is a tiny ferrite sheet lighting up an LED, and you can see that this is what we kind of expected in any case. So next. And here is a tiny ferrite slab attached to four 3-watt LEDs, as I did in a previous video, and it's going to light up roughly 2 to 3 centimeters in the air. Did I hear somebody say that this transmitter coil is only meant for 2.5 watts? So what about this? This is actually over 15 watts because it's got huge LEDs on either side and it's lighting up fully. And I can turn it, as you know. And I can add another one actually. So that's about 30 watts. Did somebody say this transmitter coil is only meant for 2.5 watts? And yes, LEDs can be misleading. So how about I put a tiny flexible ferrite sheet with a few turns and connect it to a halogen lamp. This is a 20-watt halogen lamp, and you will see how bright it gets. And just for the record, let's get an idea of the dimensions. It's a 0.2 millimeter thick sheet. There are two of them. It's about 5 millimeters by 25 millimeters. And that is what produces so much of power. And yes, it is indeed a 20-watt halogen lamp. Oops, gotta rush home for now. Back home around 10 p.m. the same day in Fremont. I'm going to use the same two tiny transmitter coils, supposedly rated 2.5 watts each. And I'm going to try to derive a whole lot of power from these. So there's a little flashing going to happen because it goes into a proprietary sweep, which I can't tell you about. And you will see the amount of power I get from this without secondary side tuning capacitors and all that nonsense. Have a look. I guess that is a little above 2.5 watts.